button as we speak. So thank you so very much for tuning in for this third evening. As you can see, I'm still doing my 80s robot impression with my appalling internet connection. I genuinely am trying to sort it out, but at least the audio's okay. And the most important speaker this evening, obviously, is Mags Matthews, who I will be introducing very shortly, with a wealth of experience not only in the health and nutrition industry, but also within Party Plan too. So he's going to be covering some great information on that front, but I'll not say any more than that just for now. So I just have a couple of points to make before we get started. It wouldn't do for me to move any further into this third training, leader development training, without, of course, congratulating all the leaders for further progressing the business. The figures are really showing just how much hard work, commitment and dedication are being applied to every single part of the business. And it's a true testament to all of you. So I was very pleased to receive not only a text message from Kathy Coover last night, congratulating us specifically on such an amazing launch process. She's really excited to see exactly what we're made of and what the final results are going to be, not only in this first week, but in the months to come as well. And then obviously leading up specifically to that first point of recognition on the stage on the 24th, 5th of June at the grand opening event down at the Excel in London. So if you haven't got your ticket for that, I believe that they are selling out very fast. More than 1,500 tickets have now been sold. It's not going to be very long at all. Of course, new people are getting started each and every day. Many of those are going to want to come along too. So please don't delay if you can possibly help it at all. It's going to be an absolutely incredible occasion with millionaire speakers, that all-important recognition that we've all been working so hard towards. Really get to see the superstars, the up-and-coming leaders of the network, and to glean the information from them, and to just have a generally grand time. So I'm very pleased to say, of course, that I purchased my ticket quite some time ago. And not only that, I even got around to booking my hotel last night. So that was very good. So, I mean, it was a really excellent venue, the Excel. Obviously, it's very much geared up for large conferences such as the one we'll be holding that weekend in June. There is a number of hotels to suit every budget. I believe some fancy pants people are even staying on the Sunborn what's it called? Cruise ship, converted cruise ship, super high luxury, high specification suites with balcony views and all fancy things like that. So that's very lovely, should that be a preferred choice. And then everything in between, right down to your basic sort of business hotels at around, I'm thinking something around the £70 or £80 a night mark. But obviously, if there's two of you sharing a room, then that's the cost half straight away, isn't it? So, like I say, plenty of venues to choose from on Google Map, Booking.com, Lastminute.com, Mamondo.co.uk, all these different wonderful sites that, to name just a few, that enables us to get the very best deal. And always check out Direct as well, just to make sure you are getting that very best deal for your pound. So then the next thing is to continue on, I guess, from... I said about Kathy Coover got in touch to congratulate us, and then also had a quick phone call from Peter Kropp, the European GM, this morning to congratulate us and to officially announce that we are, in fact, or were, should I say, the first executive team within the United Kingdom. So a very high accolade indeed that we've all obviously collectively achieved. And not a moment too soon as well, seeing as 3 more people actually have qualified at different points during the day today. So that all-important first was bagged, like I say, collectively by all your hard work, dedication and talents. So once again, congratulations to all of you for doing that. So, picking up then from last night. So in the first exciting installment of the leadership development training, we covered about the enthusiasm, the passion, how that was contagious, sharing the information. And then now we have the products, sharing our story, albeit maybe just a day or two old, but we can now say what the taste shake like, what the shakes taste like. We can share the texture. We can share about all the additional supplements that are included Excuse me, I've just had my shake. Just left me a little baby. Drank it too quick. And all the wonderful herbal botanicals and what they actually mean. So there's all these wonderful names from all these amazing plants and herbs that have come from right around the world to have all these fantastic health benefits for us. But you can't beat that, of course, that real and practical experience, which we're now building on. And then second of all, we went on to discuss about how we have a magical £20 note, if you remember. So we've got that magical £20 note. We're wanting to share that. We have this gift that we wish to give to people. I actually saw one of the posts on, I can't remember, it was a gentleman's name, I can't remember, but he did a really fantastic post. I sent him some warm feedback and praise on, and not that I know the guy from Adam, I'm sure he thought I was very odd, but I felt the need to reach out, and it was saying that Isogenics is a gift. It's a gift that we can share with people for them to benefit. It's not about our benefit, and it's really very well summed up, I guess, by a gentleman I'm sure you'll know the name of. Zig Ziglar is one of the industry greats who says that if we help enough people to get what they want, then by default, we will end up getting what we want too. And never more so has that been the case, because whilst there are some very wonderful companies and excellent product ranges out there from all different sections and sectors and serving different purposes, it's no more so the case than when we are providing superfood nutrition that is to the health and the benefit of the end user as well as ourselves. And the fact that they can then share that with friends as a customer and still receive product credit, so in essence then go on to be eating for free. No such thing as a free lunch. Well, there is here with Isogenics, as well as a breakfast and dinner too, should you wish. Or even join as an associate, upgrade their account at any point that's convenient to them, whether that's straight away or several months' time, and participate in the very rich and rewarding pay plan that, of course, we've all got access to just over the last few days, and moving forward is going to be enhanced even further. I'm very excited to have learnt. And then benefits financially in a pounds and pence sense too. So isn't that incredible? And then let's not forget, of course, there's that amazing incentive trip, not only with your flights included over to Las Vegas and then onwards to Arizona, ground transportation. You literally don't put your hand in your pocket from getting to the airport to arriving back, hotels, accommodation, etc., all taken care of. And then let's not forget that whilst you're there, as well as obviously meeting the owners of the company, meeting the head office staff in their own habitat, in their own setting, in the corporate training, which I've already had the pleasure of honour of attending, and it truly is a fantastic event. Even just to see the multiple lights on the roof, it's like a 70s or 80s disco ceiling. It's very exciting, all very mood enhancing. But also, of course, that 3-hour session with Tony Robbins. Now, I recently looked at attending one of his sessions, a 3-day, I think it was, session, or maybe a 2-day, a long weekend. And the tickets, the front row tickets there were up nearly £3,000 at full price. And we're actually getting that completely for free. And as I mentioned last night, just to reiterate once again, there are 20 positions, which out of thousands, or certainly many, many hundreds, doesn't seem like very many, you know, like a far cry, a slim chance. But in reality, with everything, everyone started from the same standing point on the 15th of May, then actually it's wide open to anyone. And again, as I said yesterday evening, was that Raven and I, having been and toured the field extensively, as some of you may know already, really, really do consider those last 5 or 6, maybe even 7 or 8 spots to be wide open to brand new people. And that is further testament to that is actually, again, when I was having a little peek through the corporate group today, I'm sure many of you have seen already, is that there has been a Crystal Executive achieved rank achievement this afternoon by a UK lady who actually had no previous network marketing experience whatsoever. So, you know, it's really a case of, well, if she can do it, as indeed if I can do it, or Mags can do it, anyone else, any of the wonderful leaders here in the Platinum Exec Group, then most certainly you can do too, you know. And I was just thinking, actually, whilst I was brushing my teeth this morning, as you do, have these magical thoughts when there's no pen and paper to hand, of an old saying that I can't remember the author of it, perhaps you might know it, Mags. is that you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start in order to be great. And it's really, really true. Do you remember who it is, Mags, or not?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No idea.
Let's say it's Jim Rowan. He came up with most of the good stuff, didn't he?
Exactly.
So whomever it was, a very wise and talented author there, sharing that information, and all I'm doing is obviously reiterating that to you. So it's truly, truly wide open. I did ask Peter if any preliminary league tables were going to be released. Obviously, we have that 5 or so week stretch, and he informed me that no such information was going to be forthcoming. But I did try nonetheless. So, we certainly got a good idea, and obviously are keeping a very watchful and close eye and assisting and supporting wherever we can. But plus, because we haven't been in touch so far, doesn't mean that we're not going to be. And of course, it's the person that puts their hand up and makes the most noise who requests the support, the extra information, the guidance. They're the ones that are most likely to more readily receive the help. So we are here, us leaders, and in fact, everyone that's introduced you into this opportunity, whomever that may be, we're here to help you, to see you succeed, to ensure you're off to the very best chance of success, not only on your health, but also your wealth journey too. And please, please, please don't hesitate to get in touch to receive that additional support that you might need. Help me. Okay, we'll get to you in a minute, Fiona. Okay, so we did the first thing was about the enthusiasm. The second thing about the £20 notes, about writing that contact list, getting it down. Who is it we can help first? Who is it that will benefit the most from these wonderful products and the income generating opportunity that surrounds them? So now that we've got that, then of course, Steph did a really amazing job of talking about how to approach people online. I have to confess that my preferred method, I do use online admittedly, and is a very large part of the reason that I've had previous success. However, I do prefer in my own self to communicate on a one-to-one basis, preferably in person or over the phone. But of course, those online methods are there too. So just to touch on that anyway, to give you a slightly different angle, is that really for me, the key here is about natural and organic conversations. So there's no cut and pasting, like Steph said last night, in as much as, of course, you can do that, but your success rate will be incredibly, incredibly low. And whilst it'll feel like you've done a lot of work, in terms of productivity or income generating activity, then that work rate actually will be quite low. So just in the same way that if you bump into an old friend in the street, or an old work colleague, or a family member you've not seen for some time, then of course you would naturally have a conversation. Hi, how are you? It's so great to see you. And then you would ask about them, would you not? So it's like, what have you been up to? And how's little Joey or Grace or whomever it might be? And how's work going? And how's the husband, or how's the wife, or whatever? And you have that natural conversation. And then, of course, naturally, they say, well, this and this and this, and give you the answers to those questions. And then they say, how about you? Well, the thing is that you're all, amazing people. You all have active and busy lives. You all have different challenges, duties, and obstacles to overcome on a daily basis, as do we all. And, of course, you would share that. But also, we have opportunity. We have that in a number of forms. So, of course, we want to tell them about the great thing, about how your son or daughter has done amazingly at school, or whatever other great news you might have. You might have just recently been on a holiday. You'd share that information. Part of what you would share then is how you've just got started with a great health and wellness company. You're trying out the products for yourself. You're feeling the benefit from it already, if whatever your particular story is. Perhaps you've started off on a premium pack. You've got the shaker. You're running shake parties, sampling sessions. Maybe just going down into work with your branded shaker, just leaving it casually on the desk. Everything's an advert, right? So it's about having that natural and organic conversation. Another way to put it is, don't throw up on people. There's nothing that turns people off more than you just going, oh yeah, my God, how's your dates? And this. Oh wow, yeah, and this. Oh, and I met this person, I went there, and then. And people are just like, whoa. It's too much information too quickly. And it's great that you're excited, you have that passion, but there's a real great way of funneling that, which, like I say, is through a natural to and fro organic conversation, dropping in just at the right and convenient time just as you would if you had a new job, just as you would if you bought a new car. You know, you drop it into conversation at the right and relevant point, and then gather the level of interest from there. And then, of course, don't walk away without leaving them with, at the very least, some information, whether that's a business card, a flyer, connecting on Facebook, whatever it might be. And this applies to old friends as well as people you get talking to out in the street or in the post office queue or down at the local pub on a Friday night. Maybe I should mention a health club or a gym for those kind of people as well. You can see where I do most of my prospecting, can't you? And don't leave them without any information. So what you could even do as you're building up your confidence and getting more practice is say, do you know what? And just only say things that are true and sincere. But for example, I might say, do you know what? I think you would be wonderful at this. You're obviously like a really healthy and fit person. You can tell that you go down the gym or you go swimming or you go for runs, whatever it might be, what you've been chatting about. I have an amazing product range that I know that will really benefit you to achieve your particular health goal, whatever that health goal might be in a number of different settings. Would you be interested in taking a look? And open up the conversation from there. So it really is as simple as easy. Excuse me. It really is as simple and as easy as opening that conversation in a natural, organic way. No sales pitch, no forcefulness, no verbal vomiting on people, anything like that. You know, just having the conversation, dropping in about your new opportunity, this incredible product range, pay them a sincere compliment, explain to them in a very brief and summary fashion how it is that you think the products and the opportunity can help them, and then they can make an informed decision from there. It may be that they want more straight away. Well, in which case, tell them more straight away. It may be that you send them one of the wonderful tools that we have. So again, it might be an electronic version of a flyer. It might be one of the many incredible videos on isatools.com or isafyi.com or isabusiness.com or isaproduct.com. All of these wonderful websites have all been set up ready for us to use. And it's so common to have to start a new opportunity and develop all your own material, whether it's recording it yourself, compiling it from several different areas. Well, it's just none of that, you know, and there's going to be Zig Ziglar, apparently. Well done, Rosalie. Extra point for you. So that's twice I've mentioned him already. So common to have to develop all your own tools, and there's just none of that at all. You know, we're ready to hit the ground running. And if you just take the opportunity to look at a dozen or so videos across the different websites or on the YouTube channel, the corporate YouTube channel, you could even borrow some material from the Platinum Exec Group YouTube channel, which is growing obviously day by day. Whichever you prefer, just take a look at a dozen or so videos, pick your favorite 3, and then share those. You know, really, it's not about what it is you're sharing with them, just the fact that they're taking a look. So we'll cover in more detail the follow-up process tomorrow. I think I've gone on for quite long enough, 25 minutes, Mags. My goodness, you can't even get me off, can you? Don't worry, I'm not eating into your time. So we'll go into more of the follow-up process and what you do once you get to that initial point. So please don't hesitate, don't stop. Go out, have those initial conversations. Be doing that this evening and tomorrow, and then tune in at 9 o'clock tomorrow so that we can then cover what do you do with them then. So obviously, once you send them that, set a date when you're going to follow up with them, and then come in for 9 o'clock tomorrow night, and we'll cover that in some more detail. So there's some clever little tips that we've picked up along the way to maximize the return on your investment in terms of those conversations, the links, the time and effort you're putting in. So I hope that's been helpful for now. You'll probably hear a little bit more from me towards the end. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you a really very wonderful lady by the name of Mags Matthews. Now, Mags and I have known each other for some time, perhaps a couple of years now, isn't it, Mags?
Yep.
We've never actually worked together before the Isagenix opportunity, but Mags was gracious enough to accept not only mine, but several others' offers to come and join us. We are so pleased that she's done that. But rather than tell you any more about her, then I'm going to allow her to do that herself. So please do tell us a bit about yourself first, Mags, and then go into your main piece if you wouldn't mind. Is that okay?
Absolutely fine, Darius. Yep, thank you.
Okay, I'm pinning your video, so you're front and centre. Off you go.
Thank you very much. Right, thanks everybody for joining tonight with this Zoom training. A little bit about me. I have been in network marketing quite a number of years. This will be my third network marketing company. I started off in a nutrition business, so I have done similar to what we're doing with Isogenics. So it's really nice and comfortable for me to be able to go back to what worked really well for me in my previous business, and I had done that for about 4 years. So the launch party, etc., that we're going to discuss tonight is something that I've used quite frequently, and it works really well for you, both opening your business and also moving forward for your teams. It's really duplicatable, and it's very simple, not expensive to do, and should be a very natural process in your business. Obviously, I moved from that company into a company where I met Darius, and we worked selling makeup, and I did that for 2.5 years and was part of that business for 2.5 years from almost launch. When Darius offered me the opportunity to go along to the meeting in Glasgow some 6 weeks ago now, it seems like a lifetime, I've hardly slept since, we rocked up, Jackie and I, with Jackie with no intention of doing anything, and me with a lot of interest because I enjoy the nutrition side of the business. It's very much more a good fit for me personally. And from seeing what the Isogenics company could put on as a roadshow and an opportunity meeting, and discussing what the whole offering was from Darius and Raven, I decided that evening that I was not going to hang about any longer selling makeup, that I was jumping straight in and launching a business. And I resigned my company with some 200 downline and moved into this business here. So I haven't regretted 1 second of it. It's been a wild ride. As I say, I hope soon to be able to afford the eye bag surgery that I'm going to require from the lack of sleep. And even last night, I was even being told off by the lovely Laurie Petrelli. She was like, "Go to bed, you crazy woman," at 5 a.m. So, team no sleep, team no sleep in action. So this whole process has been really exciting. It's been fun in pre-launch, and I know lots of us that are on this call tonight were in pre-launch and have introduced customers to the business, either customers or people who want this for a business. Now, whether the people you've introduced and welcomed to your business want this as a business or as just as customers, they can have this type of event for themselves to help introduce what they're doing to their friends, family, wider circle, and also it's a way of them perhaps eating for free. If they can introduce enough people to their business and they only want to be customers, then they can eat for free. So that is something that I would offer. It wouldn't matter whether it was someone who was definitely building a business with you or whether it was someone who joined as a customer. I would offer to rock up and do a launch taster evening for them to share their journey and their weight loss plan or their health kick plan or their healthy aging or their performance if it's PTs, whatever it is that is their hook and their reason for having joined Isogenics. Then you offer the opportunity to help them host a meeting and an evening for their friends, family and wider circle to taste, to experience and to share and perhaps join them on the journey, because this business is all about referrals. The weight loss business and the nutrition business is extremely different from just selling one mascara. One mascara can go and you're constantly refilling a bucket. But if you can change someone's life by changing how they see themselves physically, how they, self-talk, how they mentally feel, because if you've put on an awful lot of weight or you have been tired for any reason or you have health challenges, it can drag you down mentally. And if you can change that for a person, you have got them for life, because they'll never leave you. They'll never leave your business. And that is what you're having to do with these types of events, is give that person the experience to talk to everyone like you have the confidence to about what they're doing and why they're doing it. And that's all these events are for. It's literally a sharing experience, and that's what Isogenics is all about. It's you share, they share, repeat. Very duplicatable, very simple and not costly at all. The whole point of this is if you have come into the business with whatever size of pack that you came in with, you can do this. You can do this event, and you do not need to be giving out large amounts of samples. You don't need to be, standing, paying for an event somewhere and handing out a lot of stock. That is not what this is about. It's literally giving out small sample sizes in little cups as small as this. Shot cups, the little plastic ones, you get them in Asda. I think you get 40 for £1. Don't tell me how I know that. It's not because I do shake parties a lot. I perhaps have done shots in the past. I've been a good girl for 30 days though. So it doesn't have to be an expensive experience. You don't have to do an awful lot of outlay. It's just a little bit of planning, inviting, and setting a good date that suits both you as the sponsor and the customer or business builder, so that you can help them with the event. Now, if they don't live local to you, there may be someone who is in the wider team that may be able to go along and help them. One of the leaders may be more local to them than you are, and that's what we're all about in ISA Dream Team. It's a very big sharing, wide team right throughout the UK, and every single one of the leaders here is more than happy to help you build your business with whatever you need: questions, answers, airtime, whatever it is you need. Just come and ask. But I must state, if you don't ask and you sit quiet, we don't know. We're not mind readers, but we are here to help you if you ask us. Okay, so moving on, what is an event night? What is a business launch night if it is someone who's launching their business? It is simply a chance to get face to face, and as Darius has said, I, like him, do far better at, as we call it, belly to belly selling. If I can look someone in the eye and talk to them honestly about what they're trying to achieve with their health, what they're trying to lose weight, what their goals are, how they feel mentally at the moment, and how they would like to have that changed by perhaps taking on a nutrition plan, then that is something you can make a bigger impact if you can actually see the whites of their eyes than sitting being a keyboard warrior. I strongly believe that you will have stronger commitment from someone if you can have that open, honest discussion on what it is that they're trying to achieve, because you're there to help them and get their goals, not your goals. And who was it said, if you help enough people?
Zig Ziglar. Exactly,
the good man himself. So that's exactly what that this evening is all about. So just a little bit about how the setup should look. Again, it doesn't matter what pack you've come in with, just literally make a nice display on your table, kitchen table, or wherever you're hosting the event. Have out what it is that you have purchased for your personal use, and literally have made up one chocolate shake in a shaker, and I can put them into the shot glasses for tasting. I've got some Nourish already made up, and that again can be poured out into the little shot glasses for tasting. You've got some Isa Delights, which everybody loves chocolate. Doesn't matter if it's, diet chocolate. I think so. Yes, please. And a little bit of the snacks, which Jenny informs me these require a bit of chewing.
In Canada, they're called chewables.
Are they called chewables?
Yeah.
They're definitely not wafers.
No.
Not like any wafer I've ever seen. So, you put out a nice display, you share what you have, and you talk to the people who come along. And the main thing is that you make it a fun event. You have some nice music in the background. I've got some lovely Ellie Goulding playing at the moment. Nice, light, not anything too demanding of their senses, but something nice and light in the background, so that it feels like it's a comfortable environment for them to be in. A well-lit room. It doesn't have to be a darkened corner. You're not hosting a rave, Fiona, but I know you love them. But you're literally just welcoming them in, either to your home, or if you choose to have it at your local pub or wherever, then that is also perfectly acceptable, as long as everybody's happy to be there. You have all the materials are online for you to download and print. We've got the lovely Darius has given us the resource of all the amazing leaflets. Make sure that you get yourself some of these from Darius. These are fantastic for for sharing with your both with your team and also with potential customers, and have them on hand to share with people who come along to your event. Also have some water on hand. Most of our products are mixed with water, so if something is a little bit strong, like the Ionics, sometimes it's an acquired taste. So if it's a little bit strong for them, you just put a little bit more water in and say, you know, you can dilute it to taste. It's not, you don't have to have it at this strength. As long as you drink enough of it in the day, it has the same effect. And also give them a little bit of fluff, as we call, fluff them up a little bit. Find out why they've come along to your evening. What are they trying to find out that what you're up to? You know, just ask them directly. You know, what was it that brought you to this event? You know, was it myself that invited you? Was it my colleague, or did you come with a friend? What is it you're interested in? Open discussion, just a little chit chat, not huge, big, in-length discussions about their nutrition. Just find out why they're there, make a mental note, and make a note to go back to them and speak later, or follow up with them at a later time if it's a bigger conversation that's required. Then the next step is, once you've welcomed your guests and have found out a little bit about why they're there, then you literally tell them why you joined the company. And you would stand up and just say, welcome to my evening. I'm so pleased that you came along. Can I tell you a little bit about why I joined the Isagenix journey, and the reason I came into this company was for weight loss. I'm a lady in my 50s, I am perimenopausal, and I find it extremely difficult to lose weight. I now have some 2 stone attached to my body that I don't want or need. I have baby weight, and the baby is 23. And even at full term pregnant, I didn't look like this. And I am unhappy in my skin. And that is exactly why I came to Isagenix, was to find a solution for that. Because believe me, they not only have fantastic products, but they have products that are evidence-based. And that is something that's very close to my heart. Because anyone who knows me here knows my history with pharmaceuticals, and that I am all about selling things that work. I've never once sold a product that didn't have a result. Quiet. Let that sell. So you've shared why you came in, and you've also had a little word with Merlin about why they're here. Then you can literally, there is a DVD you can set up and play in the background, and it gives them a little bit about the company, or you can have your iPad playing with isamovie.com. We have all these things. You have no need to make slide presentations. You have absolutely no need to make any materials on your own. Everything we have at our fingertips. So please make best use of checking the resources on your website and make sure that you've downloaded them on your PC and they're available for you to use at your event evening. And you choose what your theme is for the night. If you know the majority of the people are there for weight loss, and that's why you joined, then share a weight loss story. If you know the majority of the people are there for business, share a business story. And just gauge your audience, and very much put your pitch has to be at where they are in the room. And you don't have to be anything other than very affable and open, honest and direct. You're literally just sharing with them why you're there, what you're doing, and if they're happy, then you can share the opportunity with them to join you. So what you're then trying to gauge is, how are they feeling about what you've said? Now this, if you are someone who is very open and used to talking in big crowds, etc., you can get a feeling for the room, how the room's kind of what's landed and what hasn't. And there's two routes that you can go down. You can see the ones who are desperate to ask you more. They're literally, oh, right, I need to know about that because that's me. You're talking to me. That's exactly where I am. And that's why you asked them in the first place. Let's not be silly. But there's others who are sitting maybe a bit more sceptical, a little bit more reserved, sitting back, arms folded, a bit closed. And those people, doesn't mean to say they're not interested, it just means that they're a different style of personality and they have to be approached differently. So it's a little bit about gauging who you go to first. And I would always say low-hanging fruit, anybody who offers, that's me, this is what I'm looking for, what do I need to do? Make sure you have support there on the evening with your iPad open, and you literally just sign up that night. What have you got? Your credit card, blah, blah, blah. Bam, there's a customer. You make sure you're putting them on the right plan. If it's the same plan as you share with them what support groups you have, and you literally, you just go and you close that deal. The ones who are sitting back and a bit more reserved, they're going to take a bit more work. So that's where you open the room up to say, gather round everybody, who would like to taste some shake? I've got chocolate made up, strawberry, whatever, and you offer round the little shot glasses and taste, and people comment, oh, that doesn't taste as bad as I thought it would, or whatever they say. And then you throw some flippant comment about, does anyone here like eating chocolate? I didn't get to this size by not liking chocolate. So, and you share the Eyes of Delights will sell you any plan. I don't care. I was in the hairdressers, and there's 3 ladies in that hairdresser, all with different goals, might I add, but they all took the chocolate and went, I need that in my life. I need that in my life. And they've all got my phone number to phone me and come and get a wellness assessment. So open your mouth when you're anywhere. You can just talk to people. You don't need to be anything more clever than just talking to them about what you're doing. So once you've shared a little bit of all the products and you say to them, well, what did you think of that? Did you enjoy the shakes? Is it weight loss you're interested in? And you have a little bit deeper discussion with people. And that's why it's really important that you don't try and do it on your own. Because can you imagine you have a room of 15 to 20 people and you can only engage one person at a time? And it's, you have little hostesses with the mostess going around with the little shot glasses, making sure that everybody's attended to and making sure that everybody's has a chance to try something. And you will get the naysayers that go, I hate shakes, I don't drink milk. You get that all the time. Jackie and I are well skilled at dealing with those people, and it's just one of those things. You're always going to get the negatives in the room, so don't let it throw you, but be prepared to see it and kind of usher them away from your people who are buying. So just, it's where you need a wider vision, and you will get a sense for where they are. And if they start huddling around some of your potential people, nobody wants to be standing out from the crowd. So if there's only maybe 1 or 2 people who are going to buy on the night, and there's a couple of negative Nellies, make sure that your team with you that night get the negative Nellies away from your customers. Very important, because that can literally lose you the entire night. If you let the negative Nellies get in their head and they go at this pile of shite, it's not any good, it's just one of these fad diets, you're far better doing just clean eating. They're usually a personal trainer, they're usually tired, and they're usually very grumpy because they don't have the right nutrition and they're exercising far too much for what they're putting into their body. And it would terrify you what some of these people tell normal human beings to do. We are not nutritionists. We are simply sharing the plan we're on, and all the guide that you ever need comes in your pack, and you literally get a step-by-step guide through what you're doing and why you're doing it. So you don't need to know absolutely all the answers, but you do need to make a note of anybody who has specific maybe medical problems or anything like that and refer them to their own doctor. Don't just sign them up on the spot and say this will work for you. Make sure you are ethical and diligent by asking that medical question with any customer who is looking to buy. You must ask them if they have any health issues and are they on any medication, because they will have to check with their GP if it's appropriate for them to eat food. I'll let that sit. GPs are not experts in nutrition. GPs are GPs. General is the title, and it's general for a reason. They can't know everything about everything, but you have to give them the opportunity to go and tell their GP what it is they're wanting to do. most doctors are very happy if, say, a diabetic wants to get better nutrition and look after their health, because diabetics are one of the hardest groups of people to treat, because they are in denial most of the time. They miss doses of their insulin and they don't look after themselves very well, and that has such an impact on how their disease progresses, and GPs cannot get a handle on them because they don't turn up to appointments quite often, and they literally will hide from the doctor rather than go and sort themselves out. So diabetics are someone who we certainly can help, and the GP will be happy that you're helping them. The other type of person is anyone with any allergies. You just have to find out what the allergy is and check the ingredients that we don't have any of that product in whatever it is that they're buying that night, and make sure you've done that, because I know I've asked Raven a question about aloe. I've got a lady who is allergic to aloe, and the only product that she couldn't take out of the range is Ionix because it has aloe in it. So there you go. So it's all about making sure that you've done your due diligence with customers who are signing up on the evening. And then to wrap your evening up and make sure that you're not missing any tricks, make sure that you say to everyone who has come along in the night, if you have enjoyed this evening, would you please share my details with anyone who is like you and perhaps needs better nutrition, wants to sleep better, get more energy, have a better fitness outcome if they're going to the gym. I'm here to help, not just you, but I'll help your friends and family too. I'll be more than happy to do a wellness assessment or come to your house when you get the delivery of your products and introduce them. And guess what? They can be your customers, not mine, so that you can potentially eat for free. Ears pricked up. This is a referral business. Nutrition needs referrals. You cannot simply fish in a very small pool. You will very soon run out of everybody you know who thinks they need to be on a diet. You need to reach to your wider circles. You need to have your customers bring you referrals. The way you do that is get them a good outcome. Because if they get a good outcome, they won't shut up, and they'll tell everybody they know who got them that good outcome. And you will have queues at your door. I've seen it at Jackie Egan's house, queues at her door, because she can get people to stay on plan, to get to their weight goals and repeat business. Because again, with Isogenics, the key to building a good residual income and a strong business is making sure they're on auto ship and making sure they collect their auto ship every month. And don't just forget that, you know, it's not a one-time deal. You're not just selling them a pack and then run and sell somebody else another pack and sell somebody else another pack. You've got to make sure you're following up with customers, you're getting referrals from customers, and you're making sure that they're following plan. So it does take a bit of time once you've got customers on products to make sure that you're keeping contact with them and gathering those referrals. So make sure that you offer that out in the evening and tell them a little bit about the you share, they share, repeat, because that is how they're going to get to eat for free or join your business. And that's something that we can all do more of. So that's just a very simple run through. Has anyone got any questions?
Everyone's muted, Mags.
Unmute them, please.
Of course, yeah.
Thank you.
Frantically pressing buttons. Right, there we go.
Okay. Any questions, guys?
Yes, Mags.
Hello, lovely.
Can you hear me? First of all, you look blooming gorgeous tonight.
Thanks, Alan. Do you like my bouncy blow dry?
Oh, love it. It's gorgeous. Right, see the isogenic chocolate?
Yes.
Would you open them up and maybe half them or something like that?
I would definitely split them up into smaller sizes. The only reason I'm not doing that is because I have one box. If I split them up, I'm going to eat them all tonight.
I know. I thought you would do that. And see the shakes. You know how what we used to do was make shakes and put stuff in shakes to make them really tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Would you do that with this or no?
There's no need.
There's no need. That's
There's no
exactly
need.
what I was thinking.
These shakes are tasty enough. You can suggest that, you know, if they want to mix up the flavour a bit, there are certain things that I know that work well together. Like I know you can put ionics in your shake. I know that you can put amps in your chocolate and get a chocolate orange. I know
I
that
did that today.
you can put a chocolate delight into a vanilla and get a chocolate and vanilla with bits in it. If you've got like NutriBullet or something. That's a top tip from Peter Crop.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything else?
Thank you. Not from me.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you can put peppermint in the chocolate and make chocolate.
Yeah. But the whole thing about the isogenic shake is they're very palatable. They don't go thick and claggy, and they're not gritty. So that they're just a simple mix with water and drink. You want to keep it as simple as possible because these have to be portable for most people's lifestyles. Most people need to be able to take this in their handbag to their work with a bottle of water and use it there without having to think, oh, I need to take extra bits and this and that, and I need to have my blender with me, and I need to keep it simple, make it duplicatable, and they will stay on plan.
So I have a question, if it's all right, Max.
Sure.
So obviously party plan and having shake parties is a skill, and it's definitely a skill that can be learnt by anyone.
Yeah.
But for someone who's sort of a total amateur, who's never had any experience in presenting, in parties, sales, all the wonderful skills that you've developed over a career, then what would you advise to that brand new person? Like, is it just a case of call a bunch of mates round together and it doesn't matter if you make a bit of a fool of yourself, and then literally just sharing what you know already, you know?
Exactly, because it's a learning curve. I didn't get to this point. I didn't come out of, the whole party planning starting like from here. Yeah. I've learned over many years what works, what doesn't work, etc. And there's no wrong way to share a shake. There's no wrong way to share your chocolate, except maybe leave the box lying about and they nick them.
Yeah.
Because that can happen. Especially when it tastes that good. But definitely, anyone can do this. It's entirely duplicatable. And if it's your friends, family, they're not going to come at you with hideous questions. They know you're not an expert. And definitely have, for your very first one anyway, definitely have either your direct leader sponsor or someone who lives close by that has a bit of knowledge and can help you.
Yeah, so club together so you're not on your own. Yeah,
exactly. And if you've got friends who are in the business with you, you've maybe got your 2 customers, you're a consultant, and have them with you, make it a team thing, and have them bring their people too, because the bigger you can make it, the bigger a buzz, the more buying there'll be, because it only takes one person to start the ball rolling, and they go, I just got mine. Are you going for it? No. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going for it. I want to look like her.
So you're learning and teaching and earning all at the same time in one exercise.
Exactly. See one, do one, teach one.
Ah, brilliant.
Just like doctors.
Just thinking a bit more longer term, if I can. Not particularly applicable for this week. But I know that obviously you've been involved in Party Plan for a number of years, and there is a seasonality, isn't there, to the industry, in as much as there's always a new reason to approach people.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about that, just in the context, obviously, of isogenics?
With isogenics, the whole concept of sharing is the big... it's the big duplicatable thing that the company has built into the compensation plan.
Yeah.
And that is the reason that you would have these events, is because, it's the easiest way to change someone's mind about a product or a shake diet is to put it in their hand and let them try it. So that's the approach that I always take with doing these things, is you don't be frightened of having skeptics in the room. they may be a slower burn. If you can put a shake in their hand and they actually like it and they need it, better still. If they're clearly unhappy in their skin, and you have the golden ticket, why wouldn't they come to you for help?
Perfect. Has anyone else got any more questions then before we close up? Anything in the chat group? Just checking that now. You've had many compliments as we've gone along, Mags, not only on
Thank you very much.
Your hotness, but also your skill and prowess as a presenter too.
Cheers. Thank you.
So, okay then, I'll just move it back over to me if I can. Thank you so much,
No
Mags.
problem. Thank you.
That was really, really fantastic. You can see the quality and the standard of the people that are coming into this organisation, their experience, their talent, the skill base. It's really, really encouraging to see, because as much as actually the lifeblood of any business is a brand new person, we need those more experienced and skilled people to guide us to not only go the way themselves, but
now it's me.
Go the way to other people. What threw me off? What was that? So very excellent. Thank you so much once again, Mags. I'm sure everyone will agree with me here. That's really been very valuable information indeed. So far we've covered some general information about the approach, who it is we're going to approach. Excitement is contagious. We've covered developing an online business and how to build in that fashion. And then now, this evening, in a very wonderful and glamorous fashion, we've covered all about home parties, shake parties, going to other people's homes, having them in your own homes as well. Now, I don't want you to think that you need to be a master of all these different skills, all these different tools. They are just that. Just like a plumber, for example, has many tools in their bag. They don't use every tool on every job. It's about applying the relevant tool to the relevant job at the relevant time. It may be that you want to be the next party plan queen. Well, we can support, as you can see, clearly evidenced by Mags and many other besides, I have to say. We can clearly support you with that, with additional training. This is very much a teaser session. You can't pass over years of wisdom in a half an hour, 40-minute slot. So please, again, do feel free to get in touch should you wish to get some advice on how to build your business online. Well, again, we can support and encourage and guide and motivate and educate and train in that topic too, between a number of us. Now, tomorrow, what we're going to be talking about with the very equally glamorous, lovely, beautiful and talented Jackie Egan, who's hiding away behind her camera here for this evening. And she's going to be sharing with us about health evaluations, a tool that she has, again, a number of years experience using to very great success, having built very large and significant businesses in the past. All these tools are building up, but not just that. We're providing you with a full suite of tools over a period of time at a pace that suits you, so that you can select which one fits with you best in terms of your style, your level of commitment, your availability, your social circle, your preferred method of communication, and then you select which one is best, take that tool from the toolkit, and then use it to the great effect. So I hope that makes sense. So thank you so much. It was only I've just caught my eye whilst I was looking at the time in the top of the computer screen. Not only is it nearly 10 o'clock, so we've kept you quite some time this evening, but very worth it, I'm sure you'll all agree. But also, it's Friday night. So for so many of you to come and attend, that's really, really lovely. If you are going to be watching it in bed with a hangover tomorrow, for those of you that haven't watched it, you're every bit as welcome again. Should you have any feedback, any requests for further content, should you have any positive, lovely warm notes of encouragement, support for any of the speakers that we've had so far, I'll gladly pass those on as well. And now that it literally has spoke 10 o'clock and I'm about to turn into a pumpkin once more, or into Shrek, whichever way you look at it, I'm going to bid you all a fond farewell, and I'm really excited to see you here at 9 o'clock tomorrow evening with Jackie Egan for health and wellness and health evaluation, and not only that, to cover in more detail what we do once we've got those people. We've made the approach, we've got them excited, we've fed them a little bit, just enough to get interested. We're going to then share that tool from all the different websites or whatever form it may take for you. And then what are we going to do next? So tune in at 9 o'clock tomorrow evening to find out. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.